Yo, VIP, let's kick it.
Yeah.
All right, stop, collaborate, and listen. Ice is back with my brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly, flow like a harpoon daily and nightly.
Love it.
Will it ever stop? You don't know. Okay, that's it.
Oh, man.
Ice, baby.
Dun, 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 dun. No, hang on. Mississauga Hardware. Dun, 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 dun.
Carlito, that was Tony from Mississauga
That was
Hardware.
Vanilla Ice.
No, it wasn't Vanilla Ice. We are back at Saga Tools, man.
Yeah, we're home.
We are. Is it a home? Yeah, it's
This
home.
is
I guess
home,
it's
man.
Yes.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is our 76th podcast.
Wow.
No giveaway there.
No.
Even though we're in giveaway land, there's no giveaway here, man. We're just today's show. We are going to talk about COVID.
Ooh.
We finally want to talk about COVID and how COVID has affected the construction industry. I'm sure, Tony, that you've heard a lot from all the guys that have come here.
Yes.
Guys that have called you, guys that have emailed you. So we wanted to get it from the horse's mouth and just let's talk about how this is affecting the industry, how it's going to change the industry. That's what we're going to talk about today, man.
Okay, so if you would have said donkey's mouth, that would have been me. But
I want to start with a little, what's our first segment there, Carlito?
history with Manny.
It's been a while, Tony, since you've been on the show.
Yeah, it's been a while.
You're
Yeah.
like way back, I don't know, episode 12 or 10? I can't remember exactly.
It
way
was-
back when.
yeah.
Where,
It was in the teens.
So,
Yeah.
So now we've got a format. We have a format now. You believe that?
Before you guys got serious about this
I know,
shit.
right? Now we're all legit, man. Everyone respects us.
Wait a
man.
second. We are?
We are. We're very. So what's the segment we're doing? I totally forgot about it.
History with Manny.
Okay, all right. Here is the little bit of history, and it's not directly related to construction, but it is. Did you guys know? I'm sure, Tony, you knew this, right? 92%. Is it 92%? I'm trying to.
Well, only your minions would know that.
No, exactly. 92% of Bosch's profitability goes right back to charity.
Yes, I knew that. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Say that again?
92% of their profit goes back to charities around the world.
You're kidding me.
Nope. Yeah. This is something that Robert Bosch started from the beginning and always wanted to do it. The company takes their profits and they give it back to charities across the entire globe.
Oh my God. That's
amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's absolutely amazing. When I heard about it years ago, I think, when I was, and they go, not a lot of people know about this. Yeah. So hopefully that, a lot more people know about this.
It's a shame that nobody does. And finally, I know now.
Yeah.
See, like cool. He started in 2014. He started the Berlin-based Robert Bosch Academy. It's an institute to help intellectuals get into construction and stuff like that. And then
that's amazing.
These other foundations, he spends 1.6 billion in funding in 2017.
What?
So it's like they're making a lot of money with their products, but they're giving back a lot.
They're a massive company. They're huge.
You know what? I have more respect for them than I ever did now.
Yeah.
See? Yeah. See, that's why Manny's a Bosch guy.
Are you speaking Spanish to me? Sí.
Hola.
Muy bien, ¿cómo está?
Me llamo Manny. Manny, Manny.
And that was.
Can I cross the line and say coño?
Oh God! And that was
history with Manny.
Okay, so the budget keeps on getting bigger with those intros, man. We are going to go back to, let's talk about COVID, man. Let's talk about mom and pop shops and how it's affected your business, Tony. So, I mean, this stuff has been going on for, I guess it all officially started middle of March, 2020.
When it really, people started
I
losing their shit. Yeah, it was around the middle of March.
When I was at IDS for Vegas, I was down there for the show. I was cracking jokes about pre-COVID, I guess, right? When I was presenting for Gelwin there and my throat was a little tickle and I opened up my presentation by saying, listen, I was hanging out by the Chinese pavilion. Wow. Hey, you know what? It was well received. People laughed. Okay.
Fucking Bryan Adams over here.
But I followed that one up with, no, it could have been that or the AVN girls.
Well, do they know in the States that you're known as Don Cherry in Canada?
No. Okay, but that was, keep in mind, that was the end of January.
Yeah.
And we were all talking about it and we were all nervous about it, but then we flew back and we got back and all of a sudden March hit us and it hit Canada. Pretty interesting. It hit. And that was right after Spain and Italy. And then we all knew that it was going to the States as well. And now States is going through some major stuff.
Yeah.
We're now in the middle of May talking about slowly returning back to business.
Yeah.
And we'll talk
Yeah.
about that. Like,
Yeah.
I want to talk more about that. But I guess when was that date that, Tony, you closed the doors? Was it middle of March or the end of March?
It was middle of March.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you closed the doors.
We basically made a decision, like, my employees were scared shit. You know what I mean? People were coming in making jokes about it and stuff like that, but it wasn't a good scene. And then, so we decided to close the showroom, pick up orders only or online or whatever. And we set up a side door entrance with a sheet of plexiglass. We still have a till. We asked guys to call in their orders or place the orders online or whatever. We're rolling through that way, and it's worked really well, right? We're mowing through we're getting people their shit, right? So we're keeping a safe distance from people. So it's been quite the fucking experience. If you know what I mean.
That's all you can really say, right?
Yeah.
So before we get ahead of ourselves, so on Instagram, what is it? It's at Mississauga Hardware Center.
Yeah.
On Instagram. Online, it's MississaugaHardware.com.
.com. Yeah.
And then email to get to order.
It's orderdesk@MississaugaHardware.com. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I just want to send out those credentials, right? Because the thing is that it's interesting. I mean, I've been speaking to other companies or other stores as well. Burfasco's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Tool Academy's doing the same thing. ProSol's doing the same thing. And you have to kind of do that. But I also want to talk about how there's precautions and then there's ignorance and just fear, right? I mean, the bottom line is that this is a good thing that it's teaching everybody to wash their hands.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Well, wait
man.
a second, Manny. There is a problem here. If you're washing your hands with just soap and water, I think it's fantastic. I'm a really strong believer that we still need bacteria on our hands, and people are overkilling it with way too much alcohol.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
There's a health hazard still there. Doing it right.
Oh no, I totally agree.
Yeah.
So if you're dipping into all that sanitizing whatever liquid,
it's got to do
shit,
some kind of damage.
So what's it doing to you then?
Yeah. My knuckles were bleeding after
What?
about a week. Like too much hand sanitizer. I said, fuck this. I just started using
How often were you?
Pretty often. Yeah.
I only do it. So I mean, these days or for the last 2 months, it was groceries and gas, G&G, right? Groceries and gas. Every time I got out of to pump the gas and I go pay, then I would sanitize, right, and get back into my vehicle. And then groceries, the same thing. As soon as you go in, sanitize, you shop, you come out, you sanitize, and get to your car. That was the only times I was doing it, right? So I wasn't doing as much. You're still interacting. It's funny to walk into shops and they have the 6-foot barrier, but you still have to get within that 6-foot barrier to make the payment. Like, what are you going to throw the credit card to somebody?
Yeah.
You're still within the 6-foot barrier.
Well, what I like about what you've been doing, Tony, is you've actually been taking cash too.
Yeah, we didn't stop. Cash has always been fucking
Yeah, it's
dirty.
king. It's king.
When was cash ever clean? Right? You know what I mean? That's what we joke around here. It was always dirty, right?
Especially the 20s.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did I say that out loud?
Yes, you did. It's immortalized now.
Did you ever
man.
smell one of those?
Oh God, man, really? That show just went there.
No, but I mean, like, what has ever changed? So, no, we didn't stop taking cash. You know,
No, but you know what? For me, that makes a huge
Yeah.
difference because I know a lot of guys don't have visas and they haven't been able to shop or buy things. And I think you saying that you're taking cash can change your business even more.
Yeah, we do. We haven't stopped
Good
because,
for
like
you.
I said, it was always dirty. I've always washed my hands after handling cash. Like, nothing's changed, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand this stigma towards something like that, right? Yeah.
I also don't understand the people that are by themselves inside their vehicle that are wearing a mask.
I
Well,
saw
what's
or
that
jogging.
about?
I saw a lady jogging with a mask and nitrile gloves, and I come out to go in my car, and she crossed the street. I'm like, holy shit.
Well, what I have to say about people that drive with masks and gloves in their own car, after this, they should just stay home too.
Listen, we're not making we're not making light of this because the thing is, it's still serious. It's a pandemic, right?
Yeah.
So there's lots of people that have died as a result of this, and there's still a lot of deaths going on. But I mean, there's also common sense. I wish that everybody would get their proper information.
Yeah.
And fear will always, everyone just gravitates right to fear.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear this? Did you hear that? Or what's the story? I go, just be sensible about it.
It's a lot of fear. And the damage that's been done will take years to correct, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I think there is a ton of like not understanding the reality of the situation.
Well, you don't
Yeah.
know what to believe.
Well, I had a cop come in the other day to buy something, and we were talking. He didn't have a mask or gloves. He goes, we're educated on this. We're taught. He goes, all you got to do is wash your hands, and you're going to be fine. Don't touch your face. You know what I mean?
And the paramedics are like that as well too. So and if you ever notice that doctors and nurses that are using gloves, they use them for a situation. That situation's done, and then they take the gloves off and throw them out, and then they use another pair of gloves. They don't go back into their car and start driving and using the gloves.
Exactly.
That's where the fault is. Like everyone needs to understand that.
But there is a serious problem. What's happening is the city's becoming more disgusting than I've ever seen. People are taking care of themselves, but they don't care about the next person by throwing their gloves on the ground, or their mask on the ground.
That drives me nuts. Yeah.
And there's rubber gloves everywhere.
Yeah.
It's worse than seeing dirty condoms everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, that's how nasty it is. That's what I'm trying to say.
100%.
Where do you go to see dirty condoms everywhere?
I don't, but I could just picture that would be nasty. So I figured I'd make it.
In any civilized
it.
city, there's always a garbage bin somewhere to throw these things out.
Well, believe it or not, Toronto's full of needles and condoms everywhere. And I live downtown Toronto, and you wouldn't believe the waste that's everywhere. I mean, there's junkies everywhere, right? And it's unfortunate to see, but even more now, because now you don't see general public walking around. You're seeing all the homeless people sleeping on the corners and all the junkies on the corners. It's pretty bad.
So what are the guys, like the trades that are coming in here, Tony? What are they saying? Because I mean, it's funny how construction was the last or the only non-essential, whatever. Oh, you guys keep on working. But yet they wanted social distancing, and then the bylaws came in effect, and that's another thing too that we'll talk about. But what are the guys, the tradespeople, saying?
They got to keep working. You know what I mean? Like, I think the biggest problem, a lot of these, they can't get dust masks. The guy who sands and
actually
stuff,
needs the mask.
Yeah, well, I mean, the frontline workers need the mask.
Yes.
Yeah, but other than them, like these, the guy who's like sanding drywall needs an or a respirator. Right?
Or a Festool.
Yeah, exactly.
Come to Mississauga Hardware, buy a Festool, and you don't need a mask anymore. Sorry, I had to throw that in.
No.
You can go.
I appreciate the plug.
You can go that way as well too. But I mean, like, how are you supposed to run a construction business and still stay 6 feet apart?
I don't know. Like, there's a lot. They're being told to do this and that. You know what I mean? Like, they can't go on a site without an N95 mask. Well, where are you supposed to get these masks? Like, we have skids on back order from 3M, and they're going to the hospitals,
the front lines first,
which is the right thing to be doing, 100%. You know what I mean? But I mean, you're making these people still work, and you're forcing them to have masks. Yet these poor fucking guys can't get a mask. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are they supposed to do, right?
What date are they giving you that you're going to actually get on?
They keep people pushing back, like they say,
really?
yeah, you know what I mean. And so they'll give us a date, and then and I get it, right? We're down the tonable of importance, right? You know what I mean? Like, the hospitals should be getting them first, but you're telling these guys they got to keep working, but they don't have the tools to do it safely, right?
I've been wearing a face shield on my helmet, so anybody less than 6 feet, I just pull my face mask down, my visor, and that prevents anybody from spitting or giving me bad breath in the face. That just kind of tells you how much movement there is of air that's between two people at that close quarters, right?
Yeah.
I've been wearing gloves only at work.
Yeah.
I can't see how wearing a mask all day is healthy for you either.
No.
You're breathing in your own gases all day.
Well, the amount of bacteria that
Yeah.
you're producing on that mask. And you think that people that have all the really cool masks nowadays, you think they're washing those masks every day?
No.
No way.
So then what's building up inside those masks? That's where the education, you got to get the right answers. And I'm sure that our government has actually posted the right answers and what's really true, what's going on the website, so you can actually find out about them. And that's what you should be paying attention to.
I don't want to get into politics and where our masks actually ended up, but...
What do you mean where your mask?
Well, we donated a mask to China. It should have stayed here, and then China ended up selling masks to Spain. They made it over $400 million, and we're short of masks down here.
Is that true?
Yeah, we're talking politics, and I don't want anyone to. My mom says don't talk politics and religion, but
there's all kinds of rumors. Okay, the thing is that it's out there right now.
Yeah,
it's out there, right? So now, Tony, you were saying before we started the podcast that you're being asked to put all these plexiglass shields.
Yeah, so basically we're prepping the store. I mean, we were told we could open, I think, last Saturday, which was, what date was that? I think the
Ninth.
The
That would have been the
okay.
ninth.
So they announced 2 days before that we could be open, right? But we weren't ready, right? So you need plexiglass, you need markers on the floor, and these things take time to get set up and everything. So we'll probably ready in about a week or so to open up the store.
Good for you.
Probably let in 5-6 guys at a time, and and kind of push them through and stuff like that. So
So you think this is going to be the norm for like the next year, that you're going to be in a cashier bubble while you deal with customers?
I think so. Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Until next year?
Yeah, I don't know how long. I think the damage is like, even if they say everything's okay, back to normal, I think the psychological damage this has caused for people, it's going to take a long time to fix.
It's going to be interesting that I've become a bigger Amazon whore. Just because
I hate that.
I'm sorry, but I've
know you
always
have
loved.
to, but-
No, I've been on Amazon for like 10 years, man. 10 years. I love Amazon.
I hate that guy.
I still Amazon's not a guy.
No, I know, but the guy owns Amazon.
Jeff Bezos,
Yeah.
okay, the richest man in the world.
I know, but he's also controlling him like a monopoly.
No,
And-
you can still price shop. You can still do certain things. There's certain things I won't buy on Amazon.
Yeah, I'm still a mom and pop store. I still like the relationship.
But everything's done online, and like Tony and I, we were talking beforehand. I've actually gone to Starbucks where you walk in, they have the social distancing, and they're looking at you going, "You need to order it online." I go, "I'm right here."
Yeah.
You need to put an order online, and I'm like, "I'm right here." And it's just like, I think that mindset is just stupid.
Yeah.
I still do the Amazon thing because it works for me. You know what I mean? When it comes to the certain essential things that I do need, there's a back order of vitamin C.
Okay. Yeah.
So anything that was related to COVID or people assumed about COVID was automatically a major delay on everything, right? So like vitamin C was going to take forever. They thought, oh, you start pumping your whole body with vitamin C.
Are you saying you can't eat green peppers, red peppers, or oranges?
No, I'm saying is that, but you're going to grocery stores, and what are people doing when they go to grocery stores?
But what's the wrong thing? Getting vitamins isn't the right thing.
No.
That's the fast,
But
easy way to
it's the
try to think you're getting the proper
toilet
vitamin.
paper thing as well,
Yeah,
too,
right.
right?
What a shit show.
It was all,
Yeah.
but also people need to understand that you taking a vitamin C supplement, it like you don't pop it today and all of a sudden you're Superman protected at that very moment.
Well, your organs have to accept
You
it.
have
And
to
sometimes it
absorb
takes
it.
a month for it
Exactly.
to start to suck it in.
So what I've been on for like 2 years now, I've been on raw ginger. Raw ginger is really good. You know this, don't you?
we have a ginger at our house every day.
You have a ginger at our house.
We have no. My wife. My wife
that's
bought
her name?
Yeah. I wish it would be nice to have another one in there. I'm sorry, honey.
Oh, take that out later on.
No, but ginger's amazing for you. You're totally right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Raw ginger. So
Yeah.
you press it and you drink it,
That's
and
right.
it actually starts
But
to
you
build
can you can only have a little.
No,
bit.
you got to have 2 ounces and that's it. You can't have
That's
any more
a
than that.
lot, dude.
No, I know, per day.
That's a lot.
That you let your body get. Yeah, and I'm not saying that I'm Superman.
Like
or
I
anything
drink
like
a
that.
shot glass from my wife. She forces me to have these like green little shots, and I'm sipping this thing like it's a
No, I can
2
drink
liter
it.
bottle.
I can drink it like nothing now, like water now.
Yeah, you just plug your nose in.
No, I just drink it. But my point is that you have to educate yourself to find out exactly what's good and what's bad for you, right? So like the vitamin C's for all that other stuff, and then it goes back to like the cop saying, just wash your hands, man.
Yeah, that's all it comes
Wash your
with.
hands and then all of a sudden touch your face with, don't do that. Like
Well,
pay attention to that.
The thing that we've been talking about on the podcast, like we've changed a lot about the podcast, and one of the things we talk about is being a contractor, saving your money, reinvesting, retirement. This is going to teach a lot of people how to save some money and think about the future.
Rainy days.
Yeah, like you can't live the edge of your means and like just get by. This has actually changed a lot of people's perception to reality, and it's putting people into check and into place. It's kind of like a reset button in somewhat weird way.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I see a lot of people making really stupid purchases because they think they're getting money, like free money from the government, which they're not.
No,
right?
no, they have to pay it back.
Yeah, but I don't know if a lot of people realize that.
Yeah.
I think our kids and our kids' are going to be paying for this for the next 50,
Probably.
60
years. You know what,
Yeah.
Tony? I'm
Yeah.
going to tell you something really
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
For the first time in a long time, I'm saving more money than I ever have.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
fortunate
Good.
that
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
working.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
working a lot.
Yeah, but are you
I'm not
doing
saying
that?
everybody.
Are
No,
you
no,
doing
no,
that
yeah,
because
yeah.
of COVID?
No, I always worked a lot. But
No, saving the money.
No, what's changed is that
You're not going out. You can't do anything.
Yeah. So no, but I'm also learning. I've forgotten so much at home, spending time with the family, doing all the little things that are important for you as a person. You know, we just kind of forget about the most important person. That's you, or the people closest to you.
That's what I was always saying. Yeah, sure, it's a devastating situation that everybody's in, but why can't you look at the positive that's behind it? There is still some positivity that's going on behind it. Like you said, you're at home. You can actually take care of a bunch of stuff that has been just sitting there for the
Well, you can
longest time.
reinvent your relationship. You can reinvent yourself. You can start doing.
Reinvent your relationship. What are you talking about?
Sometimes you disconnect from the most important people that you are in your life.
So you're saying bring Ginger back?
Yes. So now I'm spending more time doing the little things that I put aside. And this was really interesting. I was spending all the time, like everyone else I know, just enjoying life, buying whatever But now I'm actually fixing and repairing all the things that I put to the side that I'd never fixed in a long time. In the last 2 or 3 months, I'm actually feeling better that I'm fixing all the things that were broken. Things are getting done. I have a checklist of things that are just getting knocked off. It's unbelievable, you know?
But that's what that's what you guys should be doing, man.
Yeah, this is a great time to catch up.
Contractors come in here. What's the number one question, Tony, that all these contractors are asking?
Why is your showroom closed? When are you going to open?
That's what they keep on asking?
Yeah, there's a lot. We
the
had
old
people
school guys?
We tell people, they'd call, we'd tell them showroom's closed, whatever. They'll show up. Oh, can you let me in? I really want to look at some tools. No, we can't really help you there. You know what I mean?
Is there a bylaw going on right now? If you do let somebody in, that you'll get fined?
No, I don't think so. They haven't really relayed anything to us, so we're just going by what we think is the best thing to do, right? And so until the store is ready, the showroom's ready, the markers on the floor, the plexiglass is up at the tills and stuff like that, which this shit takes time. It's become a whole business now. We're just prepping this, honestly, the last 2 months we've been doing online, and we've been busy like crazy, and the showrooms got neglected, and now we got to catch up and
dude, the showroom looks great.
No, it's I see the problems.
Yeah.
I walked in and the first thing, what did I say to you? Yeah. Tashima. That was actually really weird because you've built a relationship with a lot of contractors. I'm one of those contractors that, who knew that we'd be here together doing a podcast more than once, and who knew that, we would be the way we are. Yeah. This is the first time I never got to hug you or come close to you, which is really weird.
Yeah, we
a good thing,
feet
Tony.
When you walked in, eh?
Yeah, as long as you didn't have your wallet in your pocket.
That's a good thing, man.
I think there's extremes. There's people who are super fearful, and they're terrified, and then there's people who don't really see how dangerous it is, and I think it's kind of, you got to find the middle ground. Yeah, I think that's where people need to be, but I mean, how do you teach that, right?
You don't teach it, but
no, but that's a great point, because what a lot of people don't realize is that stress is the number one killer.
Oh yeah.
If you overthink anything, you can drive yourself mental.
Oh yeah.
And the toxins that get built up from your body again, you have to live your life.
Yeah.
And there's no choice, but be smart, be safe, be healthy.
What's the increase in traffic that you've seen online? I know Carlito's a dinosaur here, and I basically for the last 5-6 years I've been preaching that this is the future, right? Yeah. You're gonna have to get used to the Amazons. I'm sorry, but you are gonna have to get used to it.
No,
you're gonna have to get used to online groceries. You're gonna have to get used to just Uber Eats and DoorDash. Yeah, you are gonna have you're gonna have to get your phone and do a purchase and do a purchase for everything at that point. So I can only assume that at Saga Tools, you guys have seen a huge increase on online.
Yeah, it's been
the
huge,
guys have been adapting. I mean,
it's tons and tons of new customers. I couldn't give you numbers because I don't look after that side of the business. But I mean, I at least triple, quadruple the regular what we do online. It's huge, right? And that was our saving grace in this period, because a lot of our big construction accounts weren't working, right? So this really made up the other side of it and helped us through a really
Those were the commercial accounts, or were they?
Yeah, commercial accounts. Yeah.
Why were they shut down? I thought they didn't. None of them shut down.
I think some, if you weren't above grade, I think they shut a lot of only existing jobs, and a lot of new jobs stopped.
You've had something cool going on for years before this. Yeah. I always see your cube trucks.
Yes. Yeah.
So they've been driving around. You've been doing deliveries. You've been meeting people in the morning. Like, you go out of your way. You're not just a normal. I could go to a big box store. I'm not gonna get the treatment I'm getting here.
I hope not.
Yeah. And you deliver. Yeah. So I think that if anyone's listening, they need to know that you'll deliver stuff.
Yeah.
At site.
You order online. We ship. Like, I think it's free
you
shipping.
Hear him, Carlito?
Yeah.
You order online, they deliver.
No. My
it to
customers order online, and then they deliver to my customers.
Why are you so hesitant about online purchasing? This is going to be the future.
Listen, if I have to force myself to do something, and I've had to make a couple orders at Home Depot because my customers couldn't, and I've done it. Not wanting to, but I've had to do it because I have to continue my jobs. But I will always create a relationship with my bank, Mississauga Hardware, whoever I'm using to purchase. And I like to go in and see things. I also learn things that way. When you're online, you don't learn the pros and the cons to a tool or to an item. And I still love the relationship. Like, I love seeing you. I don't get to see you all the time, but when I do, it's nice to see somebody that you know. You're so disconnected from people. Like, and that's another thing. This whole virus, has disconnected people. It's taken us our connections and kind of like separated us. It's horrible.
Yeah,
right?
It's tough when you're walking down the street and somebody crosses the street because they don't want.
Yeah.
Like,
or people are walking on the street now, and you can't drive by.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I actually don't mind it. Sometimes I don't want to speak to certain people.
Homeless guys don't care at all. They come right up to me. Hey, can I have some money? And I'm like, get away from me, dude.
No, man, this is going to be the norm. So you need to embrace how this is going to run. You're going to set up the plexiglass shields. You're going to put the 6-foot tape markers. You're going to have people are going to, you're going to have a sign that says only 6 people. And
Manny, but you have to understand, there's still a lot of people out there that have been bankrupt or had to close their companies up, and they don't have the means to succeed with a Visa online. There's a lot of people that are dinosaurs like myself.
Debit cards.
Not everyone's accepting it. I was really excited that you said that you accept cash, because
not everybody's accepting debit cards?
No.
What? Tell me a place that's not.
Well, I'm going to tell you, this really hurts me at the heart. I went to go buy something at Hilti the other day, and they said you can't use your debit, and I'm like, okay, great. So I got to use a Visa.
Oh, another reason why.
And I just wanted to pick at them and find out.
What was the reason?
They don't want any interaction with people.
What do you mean? How's that interaction? It's tap.
They don't want to. They just want to drop it outside the door, and you take it when you're there.
So you got to order online.
Not like you. There's still somewhat of a
but you
connection
can
there, right?
set up a PayPal account.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of people that have this problem, and it's like, yes, you're organized, you've established yourself, you've created a credit. I'm just saying, there's a lot of people in this business that aren't doing well. Those are the people that we're trying to educate and change, but it's going to always be there. I don't want to pick on the people that haven't put their shit together, right? And that's what's going on, I think, in reality, right? Yeah. But I did notice that in just the last little while, how many guys aren't posting being here, and for a long time I took that as advantage. Like, I saw it all the time, and now I don't. So it just shows you how many people I'm following that actually come here.
No, there's been a few posts where guys are leaving and they got their
older posts.
There's a lot of posts, people getting packages and stuff like that. They're not as fun as the ones of people here and stuff like that. Yeah,
that's right.
We miss that side of it, right? And then, you know what I mean, when's that going to come back? I don't know. But
it's funny that like I've actually crossed paths with some people that I know from Instagram, and I bumped into them in the city, and we get talking for a little bit, and we're standing, and it's kind of like that courtship thing. You start off at 6 feet, but as you get talking and the conversation is more interesting, you get closer and closer. By the end of the conversation, all of a sudden you're like, you know what? You seem like you're safe. I'm safe, and then we shake hands and we get out of there, right? I was like, wait. You probably leave and you wonder, oh, wait a minute, do I have it now?
Just so you know, I don't touch the hands, even though I'm all for it. I do the Russian foot. Hi, ha, ha, he.
It's bizarre.
Just wash your hands and shake your hands, man. That's all.
But I don't want to scare people, but I really believe that that we need these bugs and bacteria, and I'm going to sound like I'm not paying attention to the real rules out there. I think it's noble of you to shake someone's hand.
I am not afraid to shake. I'm talking to them. I'm going, sure, man. You guys are.
You haven't shook my hand in a long time.
Oh, that's you, man.
That was pre-Rona.
Thanks, bro.
Had nothing to do with it.
I saw a joke today.
No, it's not bro anymore. It's brah.
I saw a joke today where it just said, when it all does end, let's just not tell certain people. And I was like, you know what? That's actually true. Let's not tell certain people.
How are your numbers? Not getting into exact, like, is it interesting that
yeah.
your business has grown? Maybe.
Yeah, we're pretty steady to last year. I mean,
Wow.
Yeah, like all things considered, yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit down, but I mean, online, it's through the roof. And I think as the jobs open up and guys get back to work even more, I think we're going to be ahead of last year for sure.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
You're on a job site. You're keeping 6 foot distancing. You're a trim crew or you're a framing crew. You're sharing tools. Are you sanitizing the miter or the worm drive?
Legally by law, you're supposed to have wipes and wipe everything down all the time.
So every time you make a cut, you got to wipe the tool down to the
Dude,
next
if
guy?
you don't have tools to come to work, don't touch mine.
Seriously?
Yeah, don't touch my tools, man. People throw my tools in the dirt. They throw dust into I'm not into it. You want to work? Get your own tools, man.
That's fair.
Come down to Mississauga Hardware and buy some tools.
That's fair. I like that idea.
If you can't afford tools, you shouldn't be in the business.
No, but I guess like technically you're supposed to sanitize that tool down until the next guy uses it, and then vice versa.
But there's some horrible stories. Like it's weird.
It's like at the gym when the guy uses the fucking.
But even in the gym, they don't do that, man.
Well, I always wiped myself.
And you know what? And for the
Before
last
and after.
and for the last 2 years, everybody was making fun of my ghetto style gym in my
Dude,
basement. And
I
everybody's DM me going, "Hey, you have any weights that you can just let me?"
No, dude, I love it. You started off as Pee Wee Herman, and now you've progressed into like you know,
Incredible Hulk.
Seeing Mark the other day, he was like, "Fuck, I'm dying for the gym, man. I need the gym."
and he's always been buff.
I know, so
Yeah.
he's not going to the gym. He's also dying for a
He
golf
looks good
course.
to me still. Not that he looks good to me like that. But,
Yeah, here we go.
You know, my next door neighbor. So at the beginning of this whole virus, you know, I was unloading my truck, and I don't really like to do that out front, but you know, we had a couple cars in the driveway. So, anyways, and he's got.
Why don't you like to do it out front?
Because I don't want people seeing my stuff, right? You know, I don't need people. I'm downtown Toronto. There's too many eyes. Too many people want your stuff, not their own. Precautious. Anyways, I see my neighbor outside, and he's never home. And he's a wealthy guy. He's very successful. I look over at him, and you know, there was something wrong with him. So I just said a joke. We don't talk very often, but I go, "Hey, man, how's it going?" He's like, "Horrible, man." And I'm like, "Why?" And he's like, "I got to close my businesses down." So he has 4 restaurants, but he's living outside his means. Like he looks like he's got a $5 million house. Yeah. He's got beautiful cars in his driveway. Wife isn't working. She helps him with the business. You know, the kids have all the things that they need. Actually, speaking to him for 3 minutes, I realized that he might be paper rich, but financially he's overstretched because he's trying to be over wealthy, right?
It's a wake up.
And he had to close 4 of his restaurants for this. So now the guy's miserable, and I don't blame him. You know, he worked hard to get to where he was at, and then he lost it all. And there's a lot of people.
And that's what we were
this.
nervous about during this whole thing, that a lot of the mom and pop shops were going to shut down. I mean, the big box stores are a corporation. They've got a lot of borrowed money that they can fall back on. But mom and pop individual shops, they can't. This is someone's business, someone's livelihood, right? Speaking of which, we have another segment to do.
Oh, we have building code talk with Manny.
It's generally a building code talk, but I thought it'd be more interesting to actually do a COVID talk in the middle.
Ooh,
so as of May 12th in Ontario, we've had, this is May 12th, which is not too, what are we today? May 14th.
Yeah.
So 2 days ago, we've had a total of 21,236 cases. We've had resolved 15,845 of those. We've lost 1,765 of those. Get the demographics, man. This is a little scary. Men, out of that 21,236, 8,923 were men cases, male cases.
What age group, though?
I'm going to get to the age group here, though. Female, 12,155.
Wow.
Lots more female.
Holy cow.
Now, here's the age group. So 19 and under, 571 out of that 21,236. 20 to 39, 5,045 out of that 21,236. Then our age group, 40 to 59. No, you're in that age group?
Yeah.
You are, eh? Yeah. 6,481. And then 60 to 79, 4,544.
Wow, the numbers are completely opposite of what I expected.
80 and over, 4,581. Total tests completed to date as of 2 days ago in the province of Ontario, Canada, 475,058 tests. Currently under investigation right now, 13,395. Hospitalizations, number of patients hospitalized specifically with COVID-19, out of that 21,000 cases, 1,018 have been hospitalized. Number of patients at that same number in the ICU as a result of COVID-19, 189. Number of patients with an ICU on a ventilator because of COVID-19, 144. I must say that our government has been pretty good. Mm-hmm. They've been pretty good. I think our premier...
Pretty good at what?
Grabbing a hold of this and protecting us and letting these numbers not get as high as other places.
We've got problems coming from other places, and I'll I'll give you an example.
We're going to get political again.
There's ethnic groups that believe horking is cool, and I'm driving through Chinatown, and I watched four people spit right in front of me, and I'm just like... Honestly, do I smash this person in the head? Like, you're spitting while we have, like, people dying right in front of me. Like, what are people thinking? Why don't you spit in a bush or in a garbage can or in a Kleenex? I mean, like, if we're going to stick this together and make a difference, we're all on the same team at this point, right? When it comes to our health.
Who's Bryan Adams now?
You know what? I don't know enough about Bryan Adams, so I don't know where you're going with that.
What are you talking about? I sent you that tweet of his or that Instagram post of his.
Yeah, I just never
Yes, you did. You even responded back to me about it, right? I get it. I understand, but that's how certain cultures are.
I know, but like, you have to respect you have to respect everyone that lives.
I agree with you.
We're living all together. We have to respect each other. You can't. First of all, I hate guys that spit at the job site anyways. I hate guys that throw cigarettes at the butts everywhere, garbage everywhere. But this is getting, like, I'm almost more disgusted now that this virus is out than I was before. I literally see hork everywhere. Everyone's just spitting.
I was saying, was I saying that off mic or on mic while we were waiting for it, where I was talking about how this is actually teaching contractors to be cleaner?
I think it was off mic.
Is it?
It was off mic. I'm hoping it is.
They're washing their hands a little bit more, but they're not.
No, the wash stations are better.
Yeah.
The bathrooms are better. You have cleaner bathrooms.
The truth is, I throw away 3 cotton gloves a day when I'm working with concrete or dirt and stuff, obviously. So I'm throwing away 3 cotton gloves a day. I'm trying not to, but they get soaked. It's been raining, you know.
I don't understand how you're throwing away 3 when you got 2 hands.
No, 3 sets. 3 sets. That was a good one.
I was thinking
maybe
it too.
Maybe you should see my new puppet show with the third one. They call him Cucumber. Do I have to always cross the line? Can't take me anywhere, Tony.
Fuck, you're bad.
He started it.
I did not. You brought in a puppy, man. Like,
yeah, but here's another thing that's scary. I'm working. I got guys pouring concrete, and there's 7 guys doing the work. The one guy in the truck. All of a sudden, one guy coughs, and everyone looks at them. One guy sneezes, and everyone's staring at them. Like, people are scared.
But how far away are they?
Well, I mean, you're trying to stay 6 feet away, man. You're really trying, but it's hard. Like, when you got to work together as a team with a team.
Okay, so what is it? It's an airborne virus?
I believe so, yeah.
It's an airborne virus.
I don't know what to believe anymore, man. You don't want to go into
But if you have someone
conspiracies.
okay, so if you have someone that has it and they're positive and they cough on something and you hand that item to the other person, it's still there.
I believe so, yeah.
That's why you're supposed to wash.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still there for a few days, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess the theory is you just always either sanitize your hands or sanitize everything.
I believe, and the issue becomes if you touch your eyes, your mouth. But I mean, if it's just on your hands, I don't think you're going to catch it. I don't know. I could be wrong.
No, that's what I've heard as well. It has to be on something that can actually get into your body.
I don't think we have a chance. Like, if you're gonna get sick, you're gonna get sick. Like, you know what? You can try to prevent this all you want, but when as much spitting and garbage that's going on the floor right now, even worse. Like, people are before. I guess I never really paid attention, maybe, but like, to see how many people are spitting is crazy right now.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So that's why I said that I'm really applauding the government where commercial construction didn't actually stop. Only certain types of construction stopped. You didn't really hear, and I don't have those numbers here, but you didn't really hear a lot of numbers about contractors that were spreading the virus. Mm-hmm. It was other people, right? Other
No, but a lot of
groups.
guys were off. I know a lot of guys that took the
because
time off.
they were nervous, and fair enough, because a lot of the guys were young family guys.
Yeah, right. Kids.
They were worried about it, which is totally fair, right? And I mean, but we still been recording the podcast, but we've been staying social distancing.
And I'm not used to that. I'm a touchy kind of guy,
Yeah.
so it's kind of been weird for me. I like how Tony's like, yeah.
Every time he comes to me,
thank
molest
God.
me.
Did you say
No,
anytime
I'm
you see him,
looking
you
for-
molest?
No, I'm looking for your wallet, Tony. I'm looking for your wallet.
Molestation.
I don't do that for everyone, just so you know that.
You know, there's certain words that I'm always shocked that actually show up on this podcast, like molests.
You know what? Maybe we should make a list of words
I'm
for
sure.
a prize.
Yeah, or for a prize. That would be a question for the next giveaway.
What are the positive things that have come out of this? And then
I'm telling you, it's just job sites are getting cleaner.
I agree with that.
I totally think that they are getting, because you know what? When we started this podcast in the beginning, I hated the fact that I was hearing guys were shitting in boxes because there was no toilet on site.
Or buckets.
And I'm like, I think that's changing.
Yeah.
Manny, there's people shitting in people's houses and they're not cleaning the rims, they're not cleaning the bowl. When you go into someone's, you got a customer, they're allowing you to use the bathroom, and one of your guys shits in there and there's stains in there. Like, dude, clean the fucking stains.
I don't know any clients.
Who cares about the buckets and everything else?
I don't know any clients that's letting unless you're at the final stage of a renovation, a residential renovation, there's no clients letting any contractors come in.
There's a lot of people don't want to pay for the porta potties. You got really eccentric sites, man.
No, man, that's just common sense sites. I was just on 2-3 other sites
I
today,
know.
someone else's job sites, and there it is, right there, clean, perfect.
But you've also made them aware of how to spend their money wisely and how to disconnect from having people in their home like that. Some people are so cheap that they don't want to, they don't want to pay for that porta potty.
What are we missing since COVID started? Me personally, I'm fucking jonesing to go watch a movie.
Oh my God.
And I know, so everybody else that's all concert goers and shit like that, sure, that's probably the equivalent to you. And I know I joked about it at the very beginning of it in March. I said, you know what, this might actually be an opportunity for drive-ins to come back.
Yeah.
People will start building better drive-ins, but I've never been a fan of the drive-in.
Yeah.
I only went there for one reason, and wasn't for the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was way back when. So I miss movies. What are you guys missing?
The popcorn?
The popcorn, of course. It's totally the popcorn.
Well, I'll say one serious thing, and then I'll say one fun thing. So the serious thing is that I personally think I enjoy designing my customers' homes, and I think that going into the stores and not ordering on Amazon or wherever else, I get to see products and I get to take a white and see, are they the same white? Can I compare the materials? Can I, the products? I can actually see if they're actually in the same color group. And for me, that's a huge one.
This is called return policy.
Yeah. When? In a month or two?
No.
Where am I going to store everything?
Listen, I had to return 2 items recently. I just received them. So I'll give you, we're Thursday? Yeah, I received it Monday. I didn't like the items. I returned it, printed the return slip, didn't cost me a dime, shipped it out Wednesday morning. It was acknowledged Wednesday evening, and now I got the refund.
Okay, but that's like for your personal stuff. Like I'm talking about when I'm running someone's site right now, I can't lose 3 days
But that's
or 4 days.
that's where companies like also like you guys, Tony, you need to step it up. Every company needs to step up their online. I joked.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the beginning were DMing me and asking me, "Man, how are you handling this? How are you going to do this? What are you going to do that? When are you going to do this?" And I just said, you know what, guys? Think of the 1950s when you went to go get gas. How many guys came out? One guy took care of your windshield. One guy took care of your air pressure.
I used to work at Beaver Gas.
I'm just saying.
Beaver Gas.
You remember Beaver Gas? Before Petro bought them.
Of course, you used to work at Beaver Gas, man.
Beaver Gas.
There's a lot of beaver stories.
But my point is that customer service was paramount. So if you're a business, small mom and pop shop, you're going to step up your customer service.
Well, I'm gonna
online, offline.
No, I hear you.
Returns.
I hear you, but I still don't want to accept it. And
What's
I'm
the
gonna
other
fight
funny
this-
thing? Because you said something serious. What's the funny thing?
You said something that is close to my heart, which is I don't get to watch television because I work too much. So I don't have cable. I don't do that. So
Who's
I'm
watching cable? Everybody's online watching streaming.
I don't
man.
I don't get to do that. So any of my personal time is either on Instagram or Facebook. If if I'm in my office, which I call my toilet.
You can watch Netflix on your phone, right?
Yeah, I know, but I don't
There's
have
also
time.
Quibi. So Quibi is exclusive to mobile
It's called
device.
working, and you don't have your phone in your hand when you're working. A lot of times, I won't answer my phone because I'm working. I separate myself. I'm not like certain people that live with their leash around their hand here all the time.
That's me.
Answer. But that's your business also. That's your business. That yes, I should answer my
What's
phone.
the funny part?
Anyways, so I do enjoy movies. San Ramos is closed, and I can't get my mashed potatoes
Hang on a
or
second.
my
What do you mean?
donuts.
What do you mean? They're closed for good?
Well,
No,
they had
no.
to shut down because they can't have.
They're
people
not
in
doing
there.
pickup orders.
They're doing curbside pickup.
Are they now?
Yeah.
See,
I follow them on Instagram.
Okay, because
See,
no,
you
but I
would
went
know
there.
that.
No, but I know the owner, and
You would
and
know that they're doing
He's like,
curbside.
dude, I'm closing up. I don't know until when, and I'm like, what?
Are they
'Cause I-
closing, or are they doing curbside?
they're-
Okay,
curbside.
so if
Yeah.
If you know, then that's something new that they started.
I think they're starting a lot of like prepped foods and stuff from what
Okay.
I see on Instagram.
'Cause I know he
yeah.
had 60 employees, and he had to
Wait,
release
hang on
a
a
lot
sec.
of them.
What's the funny part?
What's the funny part?
You started this whole thing by saying I've got two things to
That
say.
was the funny
one's
part.
serious
I
and
like
one's
to
funny.
I like to eat my pastries.
That's the funny part.
I thought it was funny.
The puppet joke was better.
Okay, well,
I miss going to a restaurant. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I think I miss going out for a nice dinner.
And I know that I've seen
Friday night
online.
or
I've
Saturday
seen
night,
like
yeah.
UK restaurants and German restaurants. They're building these little cubes.
Oh fuck! Like, come on.
Stupid.
there's a group of us. There's usually about 12 to 16 of us get together, and we go down to David Buster's. People can wander around. We come back to the same table. We're still all there together, and we can do our
Yeah.
thing. Those are the things I definitely miss. Concerts.
Yeah,
I love
concerts,
concerts, man. Like I'm constantly going to concerts. So
I'm like sporting events, Leafs, Raptors. I miss
Yeah,
that.
I'm not
shit.
into that,
Yeah.
I'm not into that, but I feel for it.
Yeah.
It's rough. I can
Yeah.
imagine. It's kind of good that it's not on the news. I was like, oh, that's fine. For me, it's movies, man. I'm sorry. I almost every time I drive by a movie theater, I want to break in.
Yeah.
And roll it. I want to see it, man.
yeah,
Just-
roll nothing. I do miss the VIP. I love the VIP, getting my seat, not having to fight, leaning back.
Do you buy that online? That ticket?
No, I go in.
He doesn't do anything online, man.
No, man.
But this whole thing has to teach you to evolve, man.
I am ready when I have to be forced to. I do it when I'm forced. I am making the process very slow, and I'm making complications to slow it down while I'm still young enough to enjoy people.
Is this COVID thing a good or bad for cash contractors?
I think it's bad.
You think it's a bad? You think it's going to push them out?
No, I think
Yeah.
it's good.
You
I
think
did
so?
I did
Yeah.
a rant where I think it was one of the first rants I did at the very beginning of COVID, and some guys reached out to me, and I just said, listen, just step up the customer service game. And then some guys reached out to me, and they told me that they shut down because they wanted to be smart about it. Cash guys were knocking on doors of homes that were under renovation, asking the homeowners if they can finish the job.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And the homeowners that were respectful of the original contractor would just notify them. But I can only imagine a percentage of them weren't. And they
Yeah.
just said, sure, come on in and finish it and take care of it, cash, and move on. So that's why I'm wondering, okay, is it a good or a bad thing? Are the cash guys going to be hit harder than the legit guys? We've got a lot of overhead. They don't.
Well, you're right. But we were talking about this before. It's always been an ongoing problem when you establish yourself as a real company, when you're a real legit business, you can't take cash because you have bills. How do you show the tax man you're buying something with cash? The tax man wants your cash.
Yeah.
And the government forces us to be, legit. I think if anyone had their choice, they would do cash because, I mean, who wants to pay? Like we talk about this all the time, 13% HST, 13, up to 13% WSIB.
Insurance, all stuff.
There's a lot of overhead.
Yeah.
And then they're taxing us on top of that between 35 and, 40%. I mean, that's a big tax bracket, man.
Tony, have you seen an increase in prices on certain items? I mean, outside of the obvious N95s.
Well, 3M put out a statement that they wouldn't be raising pricing, and
So they didn't go up.
They did not, and they said that they would go after any authorized retailer of theirs or distributor
did it.
that gouged, right?
for
Which is
them.
good on them, right? We've seen some minor price increases, but I mean nothing crazy.
Tools have
Yeah.
stayed the same.
I think it's coming though. I think all this stuff is made in
They
China.
have to,
right?
they have to change their factory the way
Yeah.
it's all set up.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
even online,
that's-
again, I saw that booth where you walk in and they sanitize your entire body the way you are dressed, and then you walk out.
It's like
of
a
the booth.
tanning booth.
Yeah,
right?
basically, it's a mist that goes all over
Yeah,
you, and
yeah.
then you just walk in, walk out of it. So you can only assume that all the factory workers are going to go through that, which is going to
Yeah.
be time consuming, which is going to take. So then now you can possibly see.
What's going to affect us is availability of certain products. You know what I mean? There's going to be shortages of things made overseas because of the delays involved in factories and stuff like that. We do a lot with Freud Diablo, and a lot of their product is made in Italy. Well, fucking Italy was closed.
Shut down.
Yeah, right. So, you know what I mean? A lot of stuff they've sold through, and the inventory they had coming was delayed and stuff like that. So,
That's a good point, man.
you know what I mean? I placed an order with Estwing, a good old American company in Illinois, and they emailed me that they were shut down for 5 weeks, and so because of COVID, so they're behind 4 to 5 weeks in shipping orders, right? So
So you place an order, you're not going to get it for another.
it's taking time, right? And
Who else is out there? Like, I guess the obvious ones are China.
Well,
But,
I'm
who else?
but I'm excited.
The Germans, did they shut down and everything?
I don't know how much Germany
Schluter?
shut down.
You mean your Schluter?
No, not thinking Schluter, I'm Stabila.
Oh yeah, that too. But once you own a
yeah,
Stabila, you don't have to buy a
Yeah,
second
you know,
one.
yeah. I mean,
No, you buy other ones.
I have them all.
yeah.
So are there any
yeah.
other brands I'm trying to think of? I mean, other than that, you're selling sanitizer here as well, right?
That's a tough thing to get. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. And there's so many people get involved, and they're trying to sell. And
So-
what are
Well,
the level of
like-
alcohol? Like, is it? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and the guys are like
a
selling
quick-
out of the van or something.
Yeah.
A quick fix for guys that are listening that want to, not get charged $1,000 not having it. You go get a big jug of water with a valve on it and some soap right
Yeah.
by there, and you can wash your hands. Like I said, I don't like the alcohol.
Yeah.
I don't like the Lysol. Like if you read that,
Yeah.
Lysol.
man, you don't want to touch that stuff,
Yeah.
man. You don't want to put it on your counters. Those are some serious chemicals. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a machine mechanic. And at that time, we had a huge industry, machine shops and just shops here in Canada. It's going to affect, definitely the economy. But I think if we can bring back some of our actual
That's what
companies.
I was just talking about that today. Where you're going to start.
To me, that's night and day. That means jobs.
You're going to see
again.
Canadian tourism jump.
We were the best at
People
we
were
were
going to
the
go
best
for a
at
road trip.
machining.
Yeah, But why haven't we been doing this?
Because it's
Keep
cheap.
it in our own backyard, man.
Well, how about this? How about all the ignorant people that say that they want to save the world and people, and they care about the environment and people's rights, but yet everything that we're buying over there is like basically war crimes. Like, I mean, we've got little kids working, for $4 a month. I mean, you can go on. When you really pay attention to these big companies,
$4,
but nobody's
an hour
talking
a
about it
month.
because everybody wants that hammer or everybody wants that tool, so nobody's paying attention, and that's selfish,
Where's
right?
Hilti made?
I was hoping it's either going to be made in Germany or Japan. Those are my two favorite places to shop.
What's
for stuff.
Hilti's background?
You know what? I don't know.
You're going to get in trouble by this, probably. I don't know.
because I don't get sponsored by them, so
I
I don't
know
care.
Hilti's
Hilti's German. Hilti's
Just
German.
because I
Hilti's German?
Yeah.
because I like them doesn't mean that I'm going to get in trouble from
But
them.
you're all upset about China and the way they've been running things.
Well, I don't like that they're. Again, this is politics. I don't know the actual facts, but I do know that this virus came from them. They didn't close up the borders. They didn't stop it. They didn't protect us. And I think they're liable for all of this. And they're making trillions of dollars right now selling gear and fake cures. I'm really pissed off at the country. I mean, I have a lot of my friends are Chinese. I love them to death. This isn't about the Chinese people. This is about the Chinese government allowing this virus to be out.
Are you guys going to grocery stores and buying stuff and then sanitizing the shit out of everything?
No, I refuse to do that.
I can't do that.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
I can't do. Are you doing that?
We wash all our stuff. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
No.
We always wash our stuff.
You wash.
No, I'm not
but
saying that.
Are
But
you
I mean,
sanitizing all your stuff that you buy? Your vegetables? Are you washing them on the outside?
Well, we
You wash them with cold water,
Dude,
and you do that.
My wife goes to the extent of actually pouring warm water or hot water over it to remove the wax off an apple to get the real color and the wax off. You wouldn't believe how much wax comes off an apple.
I wash the fruits. Like
I know,
just
but
cold water.
yeah, I always have.
well, I have.
Does Tony know about the chewy cookies?
No. no, and no one's actually supposed to know about that. But I have someone very close to me. They have a couple of diseases, and even before this, we were very, very precautious about if it was GMO or being clean. I mean, this is even more of a reason to. I mean, we were already on top of it in my home. That didn't really change. The only thing that changed is I'm not having people over. Like nobody's coming over anymore. I don't want my neighbors seeing anybody over. I'm more pissed off about my next door neighbors taking pictures of someone coming into my driveway and them not minding their own business. That I'm being safe about my own family, and they're ratting people out, calling the ministry. That to me is like crazy. That bothers me. I come from a different place. You know, you kill someone, rat
on your neighbor.
If you kill someone, that's a different thing. But no one's dying over here. And if I'm 6 feet away, I mean, if someone's coming to my door,
that's crazy.
It's crazy, man. And then I watch them play with 10 kids and share ice creams and other things. But if I were to take a picture of them, could you imagine how they'd freak out? There's a double standard there, man. I don't like what's happening in society. You know, like we're working against each other right now.
I think it's time for
Green Book talk.
Green Book talk.
Okay.
Yes,
well, you know what? I think that you changed up your building code talk. So I think that I'm going to make a note that it is mandatory that either have a face shield at work, a mask, or you wear gloves, and you do have to have a table or a location where someone can either wash their hands, wipe their hands clean. That's a guaranteed must on a job site. So instead of doing a Green Book talk, I think we'll just talk about the things that you're having problems with keeping up in the store because people are just buying you right out.
Yeah.
What are you selling to help contractors that you have right now that you haven't sold out on?
Toilet paper. We're trying. We just got some hand
hang on a sec. You sell toilet paper?
Oh, tons to sites. Yeah.
I never knew that.
Hand towel, all that stuff.
I never knew that.
Can we give you rolls with the construction life on it?
Wipe your ass with this, bitch.
You want people to wipe their ass with the construction life?
Construction life.
No, man.
Yeah, no.
That's
we
not
go
good.
through like thousands of cases of
I
toilet
never
paper
even
in a
knew
year.
that you guys had toilet paper?
And it was tough for like when this hit, like getting inventory, right? They've caught up, so we were good there, you know what I mean? But we still have a hard time getting nitrile gloves, masks, obviously, ton of demand for wipes and stuff like that, and we can't get this stuff, right? So, but we still have like antibacterial spray. We've gotten surgical masks, then paper towel, toilet paper, hand soap, all that shit we supply. So
you know that must be good for business because what people weren't paying attention to before when they were coming in the store. Now they're probably they're building a habit. They'll probably be buying this kind of stuff for the future.
You mean online?
For a long time to come. No, coming in, Manny. Coming
online.
In. I'll be coming in to get it. I'm coming in for my reach round.
Yeah. From 6 feet away.
What tool have you seen go up? Like out of all the tools that you have here, what do you see that's selling the most now?
Like woodworking, like tools, like routers,
really?
belts. Yeah, there's a lot of people doing projects.
They're staying home.
Definitely getting some jigsaws, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
What's your biggest seller right now?
Milwaukee 18-volt router.
Wow.
That was launched a few months ago, and it's really with this going on, stuff like that, like sales have spiked, so that's really hot.
You lost me at Milwaukee.
He's so funny. I love him. You need one of those guys in the room at all times.
But anything woodworking, so like regardless of brand, right? Like so. Jigsaws, routers, belt sanders, planers, a ton of planer blades, router bits.
So I know that I don't follow any tool reviewers on Instagram. I don't.
Oh, you don't? Really?
I don't give a shit about any of them. I'm sorry if I offend anybody.
My tool reviewer is Tony. I just asked him what the best is.
But I mean, what I haven't heard any, or even speaking to other contractors, I haven't even heard of any new tools that have hit the market. What are the new tools, Tony, that have hit the market?
Well, the biggest one is for us is the Milwaukee framing nail. This is.
I saw that brief video of it.
Yeah, this was launched like over maybe a year ago. They announced it, and it was delayed. So now finally, I think we're getting inventory. Hopefully next month. So we're taking pre-orders online for that. So that's a really hot. Guys have been after that for a while. DeWalt's launching a cordless roofing nailer. You guys like the wall.
That just sounds heavy.
I know what he's gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. A cordless roofing nailer. I can hang pictures with it.
While I'm roofing, I'll hang a picture while I'm up there.
It's a pretty solid tool. I mean, it's not for every day, but for small jobs and stuff like that.
I have the old one.
Not a cordless one, though.
Yeah.
A cordless.
Not roofing nailer, but sorry.
What are you, a NICAD
I got
cordless
excited.
one?
I'm looking around. I'm enjoying myself in here right now.
Is it a coil?
Yeah, coil roofer. Yeah, I mean it's not going to hold up to freaking production guy, right?
No.
But for a guy, it's got to go do a small repair, so it's perfect. Or the small GC who does a little small shed roof or whatever, right? Or just like fixing deficiency.
I don't think that's fair saying that. I think that you could run a big job site with it. You just have to charge your batteries.
No, I've seen it. It can't keep up with like a Hitachi pneumatic. No,
really?
Yeah, no.
I'd have to agree with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the name, right?
No, I'm not knocking
Milwaukee,
the tool. It works really well. No, but I'm just saying and they even stipulate when they're promoting. It's not meant to.
Well, they don't want to
pneumatic.
mislead anyone, right?
Well, yeah, no.
I mean,
which is fair.
That's what a good tool company is.
But even a cordless framing nailer is not going to take the place of pneumatic or one, right? But it's a convenience thing, a repair job.
It's a luxury.
Yeah.
We talk about it all the time. Me and him love cords. Well, I know I do. I love everything
I'm a
corded.
huge fan of cord. There's certain tools, miter saws, table saws, SDS.
But they're getting
1
better.
inch SDS. I corded.
But
Give me a cord.
The cordless, you guys sound like fucking dinosaurs.
No, I have everything. I have everything cordless.
I
just
don't need a whack of batteries everywhere, man.
This stuff is getting so much better.
Everyone knows how I feel about Tesla. Okay, so where all these batteries go?
Yeah.
That's a whole other argument.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised that both you guys, because I know you posted about this, when I asked about what you guys miss, did not say grooming your hair.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, actually, no.
My hair is fucking out of whack.
Have you seen my hair? Hang on a second. No one can see it, but
we're all wearing hats.
Look at this bush.
We're all wearing hats.
Someone said to me the other day, they said, holy shit, dude, you got wings.
I've worn a hat more the last month than I have in the last 20 years.
I'm not a hat guy, and I'm wearing a hat right now.
I'm not a hat guy.
That's true.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's a Ben's hat.
You know what? I won't lie though. I've always had short hair, and I haven't had long hair since I was a teenager. I am actually really enjoying long hair.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I totally am.
I'm not.
I don't look better, but I like
a pea-sized shape of shampoo in my hand, not John Holmes gob of shampoo in my hand. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm doing more than I ever have is I'm actually using conditioner. So before my wife used
to say, "Hey man, can you use the conditioner with the shampoo?"
Conditioner is better. Make the hair silky and smooth. Billy Madison.
Another thing that this is really good on, and it might be a little bit private, but I'm going to share it anyway.
I don't know where this is going.
My wife likes to pull my hair now.
There we go. TMI, man. TMI.
It used to be my nose because that was the biggest thing, but now it's my hair.
No, I miss my barber though.
No, I would like to talk about your store a little bit. I haven't been in here for a couple months. Mm-hmm. You got Pika pens, you got Tashima chalk lines. What else have you brought in here that's new?
You always had the chalk lines here, man.
No, I never saw them.
Yeah.
Yes,
we've had
maybe
them for
you relocated them.
No.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, to online.
Yeah. You and your online.
We I'm not sure. We had warehouse for a while. I don't know, but a lot of this. Weha and Wareha, German brands, awesome stuff.
Man, I love their screwdrivers.
Oh, their stuff's the best.
Yeah,
yeah.
I love
Weha and Wareha, both of them, they make phenomenal product.
No, they're nice.
That thing's my favorite, man.
Yeah,
I like
their product.
And people freak out, but then they freak out when they see how expensive it is.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it's German,
but it's got all the options, man.
Yeah, their stuff. So those Diablo towers, those are new.
Yeah, I saw those.
Those go really, really well.
When did you put those in?
January, I think. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Those look pretty sweet.
Yeah. They make an awesome product.
All the way from Italy.
Yeah.
And you got a lot more mudding stuff lately.
Yeah.
So you're getting a lot more drywallers in now.
Yeah.
What's this? Zunder?
Zunder, they're from down under.
Are they
Yeah,
Australian?
Zunder from down under.
Yeah, it's Australian. Yeah.
Zunder Delco?
Yeah, Delco's in Australia.
Wait a second. Can we do an Australian voice, please? Because that's sounding more German or Austrian.
We're carrying Occidental leather as well, so that's premium tool belt brand, stuff like that. So that's out of California. So that's a really good one.
I'm
for
a
us.
Snickers boy, so I don't need
Yeah.
a tool belt.
Yes.
And he wears track pants for whatever reason.
Yeah, I was working.
Are you selling track pants? Because he'll buy them.
Costco,
Yeah. Any bazookas? Carrying any bazookas?
Columbia.
Columbia?
Yeah, we've had those for a while. Yeah, we've
Yeah.
been carrying Columbia for almost 10 years now, probably.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's a good one.
tell us more about Bosch tools, man.
Bosch.
Any Bosch stuff? Any new? You have the 8-inch miter?
What's that?
The cordless 8-inch miter?
Yeah, we have that. That's done okay. They just came out with 18 volt flexi click, so the right angle. It's got all the
an
attachments.
18 volt version.
Yeah, that's going over really, really well. A couple of their new cordless SDS Max rotor, those got pushed back a bit, so I'm not sure when.
How's the X-Lock doing?
X-Lock's going to do okay. I think that one, and that's going to take a while to take off. I think that's going to require other brands to
jump on.
Yeah, which they are. Like I think Makita's launching one. I think Fine's on board. I think there's a few different companies. So
DeWalt going to jump on board or no?
I'm not
Probably
sure.
not.
I'm
And
not sure.
Milwaukee won't.
you never know. I mean, if it becomes like Bosch invented SDS and they gave it to
Yeah.
everybody.
They did?
Oh yeah, yeah.
How did you not know this information? That
thought it was Hilti.
One of the best brands out there came up with a lot of
Yeah.
the original
that?
ideas.
The T-shank jigsaw blade.
T-shank
yeah.
is Bosch original patent.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's
And-
wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
Not
I
Hilti,
You
not
know,
DeWalt.
You know what? I know you do your research, but you did really well. You did
Yeah.
really well.
So I mean, like if companies adopt X-Lock, I think because it's far superior. It's brilliant idea. You know what I mean? Like you know, how many guys go nuts like those stupid flange nuts. They lose them on the grinder or the wrench.
Oh,
and none of that stuff is universal. Each one, like
Yeah,
the
that's
nuts,
you're
what
right.
drives
it's
me
all
crazy.
fucking proprietary,
I
right?
know.
So you have a DeWalt grinder and you lose the nuts. Where are you gonna find it? You know what I mean? Like so, it's. If companies get on board, which I think Bosch is really trying, you got Makita. Makita's a big player in grinders, right? So if they're in
Yeah,
it,
all my grinders Makita.
Makita's huge.
Who is the big player right now? When we last spoke, the first time that we ever were at Saga here it's got to be like 2 years now. Man.
I don't know, but I bought my polisher, my Makita polisher off of you that time.
Who's
Who's number one now? Because I find it funny that it always changes. Like whoever wants to launch a bunch of shit, and like I said, I don't follow any of the tool reviewers. I don't give a shit about them. So
I'd have to say if like cordless, which is you'd have to go Milwaukee in terms of popularity. Like it's pretty
Milwaukee?
insane. Yeah, cordless. Yeah.
This is all personal preference. There's no.
Well, I'm just
I don't know. I don't think so
I'm just
because
saying-
I think there's more electricians and plumbers and
Guys-
HVAC guys.
when they launch a product and they do like their PR people, they do an awesome job.
Milwaukee.
right? Yeah, of really promoting a new product and making people know it's coming, right? More than any other.
Really?
I think they do the best job, in my opinion, because you see the pre-orders, this framing nail or the router, or all these things, their rear handle, so all this stuff.
I know, but it's kind of funny. It's like I see
Yeah.
the Milwaukee levels right here. No. You know what I mean? And
Well, they're not
I'm
gonna-
thinking the
I mean-
same thing about the framing nailer.
But they're
Yeah.
not going to be not.
But you know
well,
what?
every
Yeah,
company's going to
yeah.
be the best at everything.
Well, yeah, their nailer, their levels are good. They own Empire level. Empire makes great product,
Sure.
right? So that's a lot of technology that comes from it goes into that, right? So it's just on a higher price point. So they
price point wise though, the Milwaukee level compared to Stabila.
it's in a Stabila range, right? So that's where the
So I'd rather
yeah.
get a yellow.
Yeah, most
that
people-
yellow I would get.
Yeah, that's good for you.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
a Stabila guy.
But I
myself.
get it.
Stabila is awesome.
I'm
They're
totally
they're
Stabila.
banking on if you're a loyal red guy.
which there's a ton.
There's a
Yeah,
ton.
yeah.
There's loyal
Listen.
guys. That's what
Yeah.
makes me laugh about tool reviewers, because if you're loyal to one, it doesn't matter if another brand comes out with a competing tool to that brand.
Yeah.
That loyalty of that person is going to stay true to it. So they will buy Milwaukee underwear, Milwaukee levels, Milwaukee nailer, Milwaukee everything.
Milwaukee launched a line of hats and T-shirts and clothing, like hoodies and stuff. We sell online like crazy. Guys love it. right?
Really?
Yeah.
What
so
about the other ones? They never. I know Bosch never did any.
Bosch
of that
doesn't
stuff.
do that. Makita, DeWalt licensed that stuff out to.
Yeah, they do a bunch of too. They had Coonies and they
license
license a
it.
bunch
So
of stuff.
Milwaukee's kept it in house and stuff like that. So
See, Bosch
yeah.
is giving out their profits to charity.
Yeah, no, that's great. For the record,
Hilti doing?
For the record,
Yeah.
I'm not loyal to anybody.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you
I
are.
have fun with you, man.
Hilti.
Listen, the truth is yes,
Hilti.
all my cordless tools are Hilti. And I use
a
them.
great brand,
I use
yeah.
them daily, man.
Yeah.
I use them daily. But I'll tell you, all my tile tools and all my finished carpentry stuff, it's all Makita.
Yeah.
I still have a lot of DeWalt stuff that I use. I only have 1 or 2 Milwaukee things. Whatever does the job properly or the most options, that's what I'm a guy. I want a 3-in-1 tool. I don't want one tool. I want 3-in-1, and I want something that's going to last. Because if I'm going to spend a couple $100, it better last. I'm not really in competition with anybody online or any of my friends in construction. I just wanted to get by. But, I do understand that whole thing that if you buy a tool and it's already cordless, you kind of want to buy the rest of the family that's cordless.
You
even
wanna
though
stay,
the tools may not be
the
all
same
the same.
platform, right?
And that's just the way it goes. But when it comes to corded, you can really kind of like detail your workmanship by not having to worry about being the same company, right?
Tony, what is that? That little jabby steel thing here.
Well, it's to cut bushes,
That's
buddy.
a pole saw. Pole saw.
A Milwaukee pole saw.
yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
What the fuck's Milwaukee got to do with pole saws?
Well, they have a
Battery.
string trimmer. They have blowers. They
they have blowers.
yeah.
Isn't that what Husqvarna or Still is supposed to be for?
Well, it's all cordless though. It's all runs on
there
there.
and Husqvarna are not making cordless.
Yeah, but how many people are on their battery platform?
They're
right?
not.
They're
That's
not.
why.
Exactly. These guys here.
Smart.
And-
Makita, DeWalt is really like we sell a ton of their blowers, their Makita lawnmowers. I think they make 6 or 8 different models.
Makita lawnmowers.
Guy, we cannot keep them in stock.
You have
right?
Makita lawnmowers.
Yeah.
Battery.
Battery. Yeah.
Battery.
Yeah.
What battery is on a lawnmower?
They
Like 15,
but
18
No,
volts?
no. They run on 2 18 volts. So you
I
just
thought-
get some
I
5
thought-
or 6.
How much is that thing?
They range from $500 up to say $1,200 for like a self-propelled. Like
I don't.
But that's self-propelled.
I don't mind that because I get tired of my freaking
Dude,
2-stroke.
Well, I don't know if Manny's going to like this, but I heard that DeWalt had the best lawnmower.
DeWalt makes a good mower. Yeah.
Can always paint it blue.
What is your favorite item in here? It doesn't have to be a power tool. What is
Item
what
in
is
here?
Tony's favorite tool in here?
You are
Item.
Carlito. Oh, thanks, Benny.
I leave this place. I don't want to see a tool.
Oh, wait a second. Manny's are the knee pads.
Stabilizer forms.
I'd say
fix.
probably I like the little Milwaukee, the M12, the tire inflator.
Wow.
Yeah, I have one of those. I love that tool. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, just simple.
Battery?
Yeah.
And you
Cool.
could fill up a tire?
Oh yeah.
One tire or just on one charge?
No, you could do a couple tires. I think you could do. Yeah. That's a nice tool.
If you own a Yugo,
But for the kids' bikes, the soccer balls, stuff, it's really handy.
So
tool.
Milwaukee's
cool.
got a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
eh?
but DeWalt has one. Makita's come out with one too. So yeah.
I still haven't heard Bosch.
Yeah.
cordless worm drives. Who's the best right now?
Cordless
your
worm
eyes.
drive, really?
Yeah, the rear
I
hand,
need one. I need
mean,
one.
that
I already
sounds
got corded,
heavy.
but I want a cordless.
I like the Makita.
Yeah.
They were the first one. I just like the way they put the battery. Like it runs off 2 batteries. That's an awesome saw. I mean, I think they've all done like Skills come out with one. It's really
What's a depth it cuts?
fuck off. Why would you?
No, I'm looking for the deepest.
It would be 2 and 5/8, I think.
I think DeWalt has the depth. But I'd have
the
to
deepest.
The deepest depth?
Yeah, I think
Okay, that's
so.
good to know.
I think, but I'd have
For
to
me,
check,
that's
though.
that's important too. But
Why don't you
I could
follow
off
some
the top-
tool reviewer? They'll tell you.
no. I'd rather come in here and hassle.
Yeah.
I'd rather hassle Tony. When he's got a good customer ready to buy something, I just kind of come in there and keep talking.
Yeah, thanks.
It's funny that you put Carlito right in front of the bowl floats.
Hey, you know what? Honestly, I'm really excited. There's a lot of cool concrete tools here, man.
It's because
Marshalltown.
you're in Marshalltown.
Yeah, right in front of Marshalltown, and I love that. I may actually be buying that right now.
Marshmallow.
You got to buy it online and then go to the
Oh,
we
website.
don't
yeah,
take
you're
cash,
right.
sir.
Shit! You just screwed me, Manny.
You can't buy it right now. Hey, look, sanding pads. Kieran doesn't use any of those.
It is an honor to be here again. It's nice to be.
It's been a while.
Thank
It's
you,
nice to
guys.
be in the
Yeah,
store,
we
man.
appreciate that, yeah.
There's something about it's like shoe shopping for women. I just love looking at the tools and seeing what's new, what's
shoe
not.
shopping for women.
Yeah, a lot of women.
You do
like
a lot of
shoes.
shoe shopping for women.
No, I do a lot of shopping with women, not
Shoe
with women,
shopping.
with my wife, and we like looking at shoes.
Somebody's getting their foot in their mouth right now.
Yeah, that's been happening for years, man. It's no different.
So we're hoping that COVID does taper off.
Yeah.
I know I read today somewhere it was like this could be the equivalent to HIV, pandemic wise.
Oh.
It's going to take that long for it to actually fully disappear.
They never shut the city down. They never shut communications. They never shut parks down.
Well, because that was transmitted sexually, right? Or through needles. And this is breathing apparatuses, right? So this is like you breathing on somebody. You weren't breathing on someone when you got HIV, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
But I mean, they're just saying the longevity of it being in society is going to be equivalent to that. That's what they're saying. We hope it's not. We hope that the politicians wake up and the economy changes and we kind of get some normalcy. But I do miss like hugging. You know what I mean? Like a good hug. Not a grope, but a hug. Yeah, you're missing all these little things but yeah, it's terrible what's been going on, but I still am proud of what our government's done. And I'm glad that they shut things down as quickly as they did.
I think the reaction was really good. Yeah.
It was important because we would have been,
I don't think it was fast enough.
I don't think it was fast enough. It could have been faster, but I just keep comparing it. The numbers compare. I know that we're 1/10 the size of the U.S., but the U.S. is what, over 1 million cases?
I don't know what the
way over 1 million cases and something like over 100,000 deaths, and it's still growing. So I mean that's huge. That's bigger than the 1/10 that we have 1,000 deaths, right? They have 100,000, so that's 100,000 times greater, and our country is 10 times smaller.
Yeah, but there's another big problem, and we haven't really, I don't think, addressed it. Like we kind of touched on it, but what's even worse is being alive and suffering through this, having to pay your mortgage and catch up on bills and deal with bankruptcies. And I mean, there's a lot of damage that's going to affect people and their relationships, their stress, and it's bigger than just dying. You know what I mean? Like, and there's a lot of it out there, man. I know a lot of people not working, and I really feel sorry for them. I'm fortunate.
It's a tough time.
I'm fortunate that people are like calling me to have be on their site still, and people are still running. Like I'm fortunate to be around some good companies that I'm in their head, but there's a lot of people that aren't, and there's a lot of people depending on government jobs.
We were really lucky too that we got to stay open, and I have a place to go over. I don't have to stay home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I talked to some people that are stuck at home and they're going stir crazy, right? So I'm very fortunate. I get to come here every day. You know what I mean? And
you got some sort of normalcy going on.
Yeah.
So, how many people did you let go?
I want to say 6.
Oh, it's horrible.
But we've brought 4 back. So and
Good
2 are going to come back pretty soon. So. Like I
Jason
said,
got to stay?
Jason got to stay, yeah.
Well, I mean, if this has taught anybody anything, it's one thing we keep talking about on the podcast is, don't spend your money stupidly. Save it, especially if you're in construction or you have a business that you don't have a pension. Save your money, invest it.
Be smart,
yeah. Be really smart. Be smart. I know a lot of people that invested smartly before this, and they have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. I talked to one guy, he loses 20, another guy loses 50, and this is all his savings. And he thought he was like, they were smart investing. You talk to people that didn't invest and they didn't lose anything, they didn't gain anything. That the people that did play it smart didn't play it smart enough, and this is going to teach us a lot about what to prepare for the future.
So it's interesting times. That's all I'm saying. It's interesting. Hey, you know what? You really got to feel for the millennials.
Yeah.
This is the first crisis they're going through.
No, the internet was up still, so they were okay. They got to play the video games at home.
We're not supposed to agree all the time.
can't.
We don't.
Yeah.
We never agree, Manny. Well, that's not true. We do agree on some things.
Like what? Schluter.
Yeah, that's one of the things. But I go outside my means of Schluter. Schluter is my go-to on my good customers. I use things that you don't want to use. Like I've used Red Seal, and I've used, I've used.
Why?
Well, some people don't have the budget, man. They don't want to spend it.
Speech again.
Yeah. I'm a more realistic kind of guy. You're more custom, and it's not going to change, man.
I've never seen you wear a blue collar, man.
It's because you have. We've gone out for dinner a few times, the museum, and.
The museum.
Yeah, we saw David Suzuki.
Oh,
we were dressed up nice. There's been a couple of events,
you had a
dude.
blue suit.
We went to Kohler.
The Kohler event. Okay,
come on, don't say
no, that's true. Yeah, you cleaned up and I cleaned up and we went out. Yeah, like
some people didn't even know I was a contractor.
But I guess just stay positive with this whole COVID thing, and then all the stores that you love, that you deal with, they're trying to make your lives easier, man. They're trying to make them a lot easier, and just bear in mind that it's not going to move as fast But just if you can get into the rhythm of ordering things online, I know some people can't do that. But like you guys said earlier, you're still taking cash.
Yeah, and we're trying to encourage people to order ahead. Order ahead.
Order ahead. That's all. They prepare it.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It makes our life easier than showing up with like a list of 20 items and,
I will say that I did the order on Home Depot and it was absolutely disgusting. It was just horrible to order it, to be told that it was going to be ready for pickup in 15 minutes. It took 6 hours. Then to go to the store and wait in a single line and have to wait for almost a half hour for one guy just dragging his feet to get to your item.
What about Rent a Run?
I guess you could do that too.
Are they still running? Like, are they running?
Yeah, they're still running. Yeah,
good.
But I don't know how fast it's. I don't know how it is.
Well, I mean, you introduced me to them, and now I think
I don't know, but that would make sense. Yeah, that would make sense. So
that would save a lot of time.
But I think that you have to embrace all the stores. You have to embrace the future.
I was at a customer's place and I said, I need 8 sheets and a couple studs, blah, blah, blah. He said, well, can we go in your van? And I said, sure. And then I said, what about Rent a Run? He's like, oh, you're totally right. It'd be cheaper than having you with me. And I'm like, and honestly, I'd rather be working than hanging out with you. Not that nothing against you, but I want to go home to my family, right? So I am really happy to hear you're taking cash because there's a lot of guys out there that I like ordering online, but I like paying cash. That's for the cash guys out there. Man, he hates cash.
No, I don't hate cash. I like cash, man. Tony, thanks again, man.
Yeah, no
really
problem.
Appreciate
Thank
you
you
staying a little bit longer here, and we're in the showroom.
Yeah.
Hey, we're fortunate enough to be in the showroom when he shutted out everybody else.
That's wicked.
That makes us feel very special.
And guys, remember, Mississauga Hardware is open and it has everything you need.
So again, at Mississauga Hardware Center, and then www.mississaugaHardwareCenter.com.
No, just MississaugaHardware.com. Or SagaTools.com also.
Oh, you even have Saga Tools?
Yeah,
it just gets redirected to the same thing?
Yeah.
Saga Tools.
Well, can I ask something serious?
Yeah.
Are your deliveries free over a certain amount or do you charge?
Online, if you orders, most orders, some are serious, but most orders over $149 ship for free across Canada.
Look at that, huh?
Okay, so the guys are hearing this.
Yeah,
Like you don't even have to come in if you're if you're not gonna come to see Tony.
A lot of people use the internet, Carlito.
I only use it for Pornhub. That's all I use.
They have the internet on computers
hang on, Tony. Tony, for the record, I like fucking with Manny as much as I do order stuff online.
I know.
There are things. I'm just the kind of guy that I like to pretend I'm the manager and get other people to do things for me. That's how I think.
So that being said, this being the 76th episode, and we just did the 75th one, and we did a little giveaway on the 75th. Carlito and I came up with this idea to do something interesting on the 100th that's involving Tony. But we have to see how COVID's going to roll out because obviously we don't want to do something that's going to go against what everybody wants to still stay safe.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll have our fingers crossed. Middle of August, things are a little better. If they're not, watch for it because we're going to hit 100 shows in the middle of August.
Awesome.
Which we're excited about. When we were a little show way back when, and when we first talked to Tony, way back when it was in the teens, when we were teenagers. You know what I mean? And now we're...
It's true. I even grew up in here.
Yeah.
Wow. It's crazy, man.
Keep on interrupting me.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm excited.
So thank you very much, Tony. Really appreciate it. You sticking around for a little
pleasure.
bit. And everybody out there, stay safe and just be smart and just don't believe all the fear and just wash your hands and work safe.
Wash your face.
Brush
your teeth.
Hygiene,
Floss.
man. Hygiene,
It's actually a
hygiene,
fact that you'll be
hygiene.
sick less if you keep your mouth clean.
And Dr. Carlito will be a guest on our show next week.
No, but we do have a doctor coming on board.
We can't tell everybody.
Well, I didn't tell him the rest of the stuff.
No, we have
goes along
lots of
with that.
stuff going on. We have lots of interesting guests because we've been getting compliments about who our guests are coming.
Can we bring back Tony after this whole thing?
Of course.
Excellent.
When we all recoup and everything, and we'll do another one. Sure.
Nice.
That's it. Thanks, Tony.
Thank you, guys.
Carlito, get us out of here. What was it the other day? Keep going. He was like, he thought that was actually a pre-recorded beatbox. One of our guests. He goes, I thought you guys pre-recorded that. No, that's him, man.
And this is how it goes. 905 Mississauga Hardware.